After 2 victories, one in Spain and the other at the DP World Tour finale, Jon Rahm is convinced that he is the best player in the world. However, the mathematics from the official World Golf Ranking disagrees with him. Rahm closed with a 63 to win the Sentry Tournament of Champions, but remained 5th on the rankings. Rahm thinks he's the best player in the world right now, regardless of whatever the rankings may say. We know what Rahm thinks of himself, but what do pro golfers like himself believe? Rahm has been quite vocal about his displeasure with the system the official World Golf Ranking uses to assign ranks to the players. For quite a while now, Rahm has been trying to get back to being the top player in the game. After his win at Kapalua, he was confident he would be closer to the top, but a change in the world ranking points has him stuck at number 5. Rahm has not missed a top 8 in all the tournaments he has played in, and he has won 17 events too. His 2-shot victory did nothing to get him closer to that number 1 rank. Jon Rahm Rodriguez is without a doubt one of the best players in the world. At Arizona State University, on a golf scholarship, Jon won 11 tournaments. He was second in his school's history, trailing after Phil Mickelson, who had 16 wins. Born to Adorta Rahm and Angela Rodriguez in Barrica, the Basque country of Spain, Jon has proven himself in the sport. In 2015 and 2016, he won the Ben Hogan Award, becoming the first golfer to do it twice. At the 2014 Eisenhower Trophy, he was also the leading individual. Jon Rahm would become the 28th player to be ranked number 1 in the World Amateur Golf Ranking. His first stint lasted for 25 consecutive weeks, but he lost it, only to regain it and hold out for another 35 weeks. Jon spent 60 weeks as golf's best amateur player and qualified for the U.S. Open. He was the low amateur at the 2016 U.S. Open. Years later, he became golf's number 1 player after a memorial tournament in 2020. After the stint as number 1, Jon would achieve a feat no Spaniard had achieved before. He became the first Spanish golfer to win the U.S. Open, a championship that goes back all the way to 1895.
Another one is landed!
The U.S. Open marked Jon's first major victory, a victory he dedicated to the late Spanish golfing legend Seve Ballesteros. Before this significant win, Jon has enjoyed a good career run. He went pro in 2016, played in his first World Golf Championships event at the WGC Mexico, and finished 2 strokes behind the winner Dustin Johnson. In 2018, Jon started behind Dustin again, finishing 8 strokes behind at the Sentry Tournament of Champions in Hawaii. Dustin Johnson holds Jon in high regard as a player and competitor. DJ has praised Jon for his aggressive play style and consistency in winning big tournaments. In an interview, he mentioned that Jon Rahm is a great player who would be a force on tour for a very long time. Jon has already achieved a great deal in his career. He has been a standout player since his amateur days, and things are going well for him. The 2017 Irish Open, the 2018 Spanish Open, and the 2021 Memorial Tournament are just a few of the PGA Tour and European Tour events Jon has won. He is renowned for his aggressive playing style and consistently ranks highly in significant events. According to fellow golfer Pat Perez, Jon has yet to begin to tap into his potential. Pat Perez, who plays on the LIV Golf Series, says he thinks Jon Rahm might be the next player to dominate golf for the next decade. On an episode of Golf Subpar, Pat said, "I don't think anyone is going to beat Jon Rahm consistently for a decade." Looking at Rahm's performance, Pat Perez might just be right in his prediction. In 2022, Rahm started off with the Sentry Tournament at Kapalua Resort in Hawaii, where he shot 33 under par for 4 rounds, including a 61 in the 3rd round. Jon broke the original PGA Tour to par scoring record at 31 under par. Although he lost the tournament to Cameron Smith, he won the Mexico Open later in the year as his 7th PGA Tour victory. In October 2022, he won the Acciona Open de España, shooting a final round of 62 to win by 2 shots. The win marked his 3rd Open de España title, matching Seve Ballesteros' record. Later in November, he won the season-ending DP World Tour Championship on the European Tour. This would be his 9th European Tour win and 5th Rolex win. Without a doubt, Jon Rahm is a top dog in the sport, and Perez believes that Rahm will continue to remain at the top thanks to his mindset. It takes guts to come out and challenge the way the official World Golf Ranking awards points, and only a player who could believe that they are the best can do that. Jon Rahm is 28, with 17 professional wins in his rearview mirror. When Pat Perez asked him what he would be doing at 35, Rahm said, "I'm not done until I win 19 majors. I'm not going to take off golf until I get to 19. Whether I do it or not doesn't matter, but I am not quitting until I pass Tiger on that list." Tiger Woods dominated golf in a way no player has been able to replicate since then. However, we believe that Jon Rahm hasn't even begun yet. If he gets into a pattern where he starts to win 5 or 6 times in a row, Rahm might grow to raise the bar and set it above Tiger's dominant reign. Rahm envies the relationship that Justin Thomas shares with Tiger Woods, and he's not too happy with that. He said, "I think there's only one man in this field that hears advice from Tiger because I've asked before and I get nothing." However, Woods has nothing but praise for Jon Rahm. According to him, Rahm is one of the most talented players on the green, with a great future talent in golf. He is impressed with Rahm's work ethic and his commitment to improving. Woods thinks Jon still has a long way to go, but he admits that Jon has all the tools he needs to have a great career. Justin Thomas, JT, indeed shares a close relationship with Tiger Woods, but he has always been complimentary of Jon Rahm's golf game and his success on tour. JT sees Jon Rahm as a great player. He acknowledges that Rahm is as talented as anyone out there and has a good attitude about many things. He also predicts that Rahm will remain one of golf's top players for a very long time. Rahm's dedication and hard work to the game can be easily seen. His professionalism is commendable too. He is a formidable opponent who has earned his colleagues' respect and recognition. He is confident too. According to Rahm, he is the best player in the world right now, regardless of whatever the rankings say. Jon admits that at some point last year, Scottie Scheffler was the best, then Rory McIlroy. Now he thinks he is the best and isn't too happy that the rankings are not reflecting that. Jon says, "Had they not changed the world golf ranking point system, I would have been pretty damn close to world number 1 right now. But in my mind, I feel like since August I've been the best player in the world." At the start of 2023, Jon was ranked number 5 in the official rankings. Jon didn't think that the ranking accurately represented his dominant form. His late wins of the Spanish Open and the DP World Tour Championship should have put him at a higher rank. Jon beat nearly all of the PGA Tour's finest at the PGA Tour's first ever designated event, yet he still remains stuck at number 5. Jon thinks the mathematics behind the ranking is laughable. He argues that the DP World Tour's premier event should carry more official world golf rankings than it currently does. Jon is a great player whose talents the rival LIV Golf seeks to cultivate. Speaking about LIV Golf, Jon has asked everyone to stop giving the rival golf league the publicity it hasn't asked for. While he recently denied a rumor on social media about leaving the PGA Tour to join LIV Golf, Rahm believes that LIV Golf should be awarded official world golf ranking points somehow. Greg Norman, the brains behind LIV Golf, recently merged the breakaway league with a relatively unknown Dubai-based MENA Tour to try and get LIV noticed by the official world golf rankings, but it had no positive result. Rory McIlroy, who also stars in the DP World Tour, has been quite vocal about how he feels about LIV Golf. He holds Jon Rahm in high regard and is aware of his talent, but they do not share the same views about the breakaway tour. Jon is not entirely opposed to the idea of LIV Golf. If the breakaway tour manages to get on the list, Rahm believes adjustments should be made to how the ranking points are awarded. Rankings or not, most pro golfers know Jon Rahm is one of the best players in the game. But what do you think? If you enjoyed this video about pro golfers sounding off on Jon Rahm, check out the video on the screen now, or the one we posted below, because we're sure you'll like that one too. See you there!